Just leaving my house, I'm on the path from my house now. One of the things I like about where I live is the fact that there are these mountains, and you can't see them too well right now, but they're like a lot of pyramids, or I call them the rice ball or onigiri mountains, because they look like rice balls, the sort of triangular shaped balls of rice that Japanese people have at lunch. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know, just sort of pyramidal mountains just up the road. But it's evening now, so we can't see them too well. And so here I am coming down out of the path, out of our mountain. Well, we're only a couple of stories up, I think. But the path here is what made our place so cheap, because you can't drive a car up to our house. You have to walk down a really steep track, which in 10 years' time we'll find really treacherous. So what are we going to do? We have to make some money and build a road before then. And then out into the town. And the price of land is about 10 times more just at the foot of the mountain, because people can drive their car to their home, and that means that it's expensive to live here. And all these people have to be quite rich, or they would if they were to purchase now, or they live in apartment buildings like over there. We're not rich. Oh, that person there, I guess, must have some money, because they built a really nice big house just at the foot of the mountain. Lots of parking space. Ooh, that must have set them back a bit. This is our path. If you don't mind a bit of inconvenience, Japanese people are not into inconvenience. It's possible to live very cheaply. And here's a little stream at the foot of our, on the road, going down towards into town. And there's lots of bugs noises. I'm now going to get on my bike. I don't think there's a law against videography on the bike, but there may be. Another cyclist. I better not video him, because it's against law to video people in Japan. Hold on, I'm going to have to hold my handlebars in order to get out. Okay, I'm going to cut across someone's car park here and out into the town. I'm on my bike now. Over there is the high school, traditional Japanese house next to the high school. It's quite difficult to get into the high school, and it has a good academic record, so if you get in, you're fairly likely to go to a good university. And a rice field. One of the things that used to amaze me about Japan is that even amongst quite expensive urban housing, there are rice fields. It's still remains surprising to me. I think it's something to do with taxation. That if they wanted to sell that area as a urban property development, that they would be taxed in order to change its the use of the land. Or maybe it's just because Japanese farmers have a great pride in their land and they don't want to sell off their last rice field. Here is the police station just next to our house, which is kind of reassuring. And I don't have to pedal right now because I'm rolling down the hill and into town. A salary man coming home from work, probably pissed off with me for being such a no, maybe it was a high school student, I'm not sure, I wasn't looking. These white walls are kind of traditional. White walled house. The back of what used to be the city hospital. It made such a loss that they sold it off to a company that specialises in privatising city hospitals. My own view is that it has a very, very bad atmosphere because I presume, this is my presumption entirely, that all the people that work there, or many of them, were originally employed as civil servants. and now they work for a private institution, which means they have to work much harder. But anyway, it's quite a famous hospital in Yamaguchi. It used to be the city hospital, but now it's a privately owned hospital with a full repertoire of medical facilities. And now what I'm just standing next to is an onsen, or hot spring, and the women's and the men's entrances are separate. You take your shoes off the door there, and in there there's a small, it's more like a public bath. They're called sento. That means woman. I won't take a video in there, that'd be very wrong. With vending machines on the outside. It's called Kyomizu or Shimizu no Yu. Yeah, Shimizu no Yu. And it's very, very cheap. It's about $3 for, I think, or $3 or $4 US dollars, that is, to go in. And I haven't actually been there, but it's, oh gosh, I saw a woman's foot. Good job I didn't video. That it's got its own, what's it called, sauce. And many hot springs don't have their own sauce, but Shimizu no Yu does. And so that means you get, well, hot spring water straight out of the ground. All for only $4. And here is the Aruku supermarket. Aruku is Japanese almost. If it had a final U, it would be walk. I guess the idea is that you can walk to the supermarket, meaning a local supermarket. There's the name again. And this inside this complex, as well as the supermarket itself, there's a video rental store, a florist, a few other things. And this is where one parks one's bicycle. So just outside of my house, 5 minutes down the road, is the supermarket. I'm just going to park my bike. Japanese people. This is just a photo me booth, not the famous Japanese purikara. It's a photo me booth, like they have in Britain for taking identity photos in the car park of the. And now I'm not going to lock up my bike because I'm using one hand for my video. My saddle is far too tall for a Japanese person anyway, but also due to the fact that Japan has such a low level of crime, I'm fairly confident that my bike will still be there when I come back. We shall see. And yes, there's NHK, the local NHK station there. You can see the tower. It wasn't a florist, actually, it's a laundry. There's a laundry next to Aruku in the same building, and a chemist there. And this is the video rental store on the car park. And that's a financial investments, I think. The sign up there. Hachiman Sho, I think, which means, I guess, financial investments. The back of the hospital again. And people walking around. And another, yeah. One of the interesting things about this video rental store is it has an area for people to play card games, and Japanese people are very keen on card games. In there is a place where people can swap and fight each other. They've got an area of tables and lots of cards there on sale in the background, where people sort of, I don't know, like the Pocket Monster cards, and there's a whole load of series of cards where people sort of fight each other. I don't know, they play these card games, children this is, sort of, or people up to about the age of 20 even. And there, video rental store, it's called Jugen in Japanese. And lately we've been using Hulu, so I don't go rental. Hulu's an online video store. Over there, can't see it because it's dark, I'll zoom in, is the local health food shop, which I always meant to video, but I never got round to it. Awful. But there, it's open till about 5 or 6. It's early closing. Most Japanese shops are open much later, and it sells organic produce. And now I'll go into the supermarket, but they're going to tell me to switch off my video very quickly. That's our mountain over there in the background, we're only on 2 stories up into it, just into the foot of the mountain. The only house in any sense up in the mountain is ours, I think, on this side anyway. So I'll go into the supermarket and get told to turn off my camera very quickly. It's open from 9:30 in the morning till 12 at night.